Going to be my review for the Eivotor wireless Wi-Fi projector, which I bought from Amazon. It's retailing at $149 right now, as you can see. It is not a full HD projector, sadly. It is a 800 by 480 resolution. It says on the website that it does support 720p to 1080p, which just means that you can play those files as well. But of course, the output you'll get will be 800 by 480. Let's see how it looks like now. The projector in itself is very well built. I was quite surprised to see the size, as you can see. This is, of course, the lens or the projector lamp, basically. And I've just improvised a stool so I can basically project it. If you look at the projector from various angles, I was quite impressed with the speakers. Actually, the speakers on this device, it has two speakers, one on each side, so it is a dual speaker system, and they are quite good compared to a lot of other cheap projectors that I've tried. On the top you can see that there is a nice control screen. So there's power, you can select the source from here, the menu. These keys help you move up and down and do the selection. On the back side and this is quite impressive, is the amount of inputs and outputs that you get, which I was actually very impressed with. So you've got your keystone basically to set the screen's angle. You've got your power input and the on-off button. You've got then your VGA port, your TV input if you want to attach an antenna with it. You've got two USB ports, two HDMI ports. Then you've got some audio connectors. So if you want to connect this to a proper audio system, surround system, then you can do that. Onto the other side, as you can see, it also has a speaker on this side, as I mentioned. And from general overview, as you can see, it is quite a big, nice, handy device. So, as you can hear the noise of the fan, it is quite loud, which sadly I've noticed that with a lot of projectors that's always the case. But when I was using this projector to watch a movie, it actually drowns the sound once the movie sound starts playing. This one, of course, is the infrared sensor for the remote. Now the projector comes packaged quite nicely. I mean, there's padding that came with the projector, so it was nicely padded in the box. It came with a lens cap that basically covers the screen, the mirror basically inside. You've got a computer connector. You've got a warranty card with some audio connectors inside, and the best feature that I've actually noticed is the quality of the remote control. It is quite nicely made, even glossy on the front, and it has quite a few functions, and they do work quite nicely actually, because I have tried while playing a movie to fast forward and reverse, and they work perfectly. You can select the source from here, the size of the screen, so you can see quite a lot of features that are controlled by the remote control. Very nice addition. One of the complaints I'd say I would have with this projector is the legs do not actually go very far down, so I did have to prop it up with a homemade solution basically. So that's something you might consider, or if you buy a professional table or you are planning to hang your projector, then that probably will eliminate that problem. Okay, now I actually went ahead and bought a projection screen from well, a cheap website. It cost me about £15, but it's a 100-foot screen. As I said, this is not a full HD projector, so if you try to project it on a bigger size, you will see a loss in the picture quality. But to be honest, if you just look at it, just watch a few movies with friends, play a few games, it's quite nice actually. I've just put a USB stick in there with a movie on it just to review it. Let's start with some of the features. You've got the source selection. So as I said, got quite a few sources that you can just select from here. You can even connect your PC, you can connect your TV with it if you're planning to, like your Skybox or your Virgin box. Let's say I plugged a USB stick in. You have other options on the remote, like basically that's to look for TV channels. This is the TV channel setup screen. If you go into the USB menu, then it will give you the option to select picture, music, movie, text. So of course I've got some movie, and once you select the movie and just click, it will give you a quick preview, which is good, so you can find out which movie you're playing. And if you're okay with that, you just press the play button on the remote and it starts playing your movie. As you can see, there's a bit of a choppiness to the quality, but as I said, if you're planning to watch a really high definition movie experience on this projector, then it's not the right projector for you. But if you're looking for a cheap low-end projector that you can use to watch movies, as I said, with family and friends, when you're not bothered with the quality but more with the experience, then I would definitely recommend going for this one, because most of the high-end full HD projectors on the market are quite expensive, as you probably have noticed as well. Another thing I mentioned earlier was the responsiveness of the software of the projector is quite good, because right now I'm playing a movie through a USB stick, which means it's being processed and run by the software in the projector right now. So if I fast forward, I can fast forward up to 32x, which is quite a high speed, and as you can see, it's not even choppy or showing any problems, playing nicely. Of course I have to do this review with my lights sort of turned off, that's why you won't really get the full image quality that I'm getting. It's still better than most, and if I turn all the lights off, it actually makes a large improvement to the projector. Now I'm going to talk about the gaming experience. One thing I've noticed is a tiny glitch when I am connecting my PlayStation to the projector. The quality is quite nice, as you can see. It looks quite, and right now I'm projecting it on a screen that, as I said, I bought. But you'll probably notice a bit of a glitch that comes from time to time, which sadly I have not pinpointed the reason for. So let's see. But as you can see, the quality is quite nice, and again, as I said, if you're playing with family and friends in the dark, of course, then it is actually quite a nice viewing experience that you get. I have not had this slight glitch with any videos I've played on it, only with the PlayStation 4, so I am not really sure if it's only to do with PlayStation 4. Oh, because I've not tried the Xbox with the projector yet. Let's see. So as you can see, gameplay is quite nice. It is playable actually, it's quite playable. As you probably notice when you're playing video games, if it's a good game, you actually don't even look at the quality in that much details because you're so immersed in the character. So I actually do see a point on not using a very high-end machine to just play video games. With movies I do understand, but with video games most of the time even a passable quality will do. And actually that glitch I was saying that I was seeing in the menu has sort of disappeared now that I've started playing the game. So actually that might be, I think, a software issue with the PlayStation connecting with the projector. So as soon as I started playing the video game, as you've noticed, I have not had any of those glitches where the screen sort of went out of sync for a second. So I think that was actually to do with, let's see now you can see that glitch happening. But as soon as you go in the game, to be honest, from my side, quality is quite nice and the game is very playable, so I would definitely recommend this for playing video games. As I said, you probably will have to buy a proper projection screen. Like in my case, as I said, I bought it quite cheap online, because having a nice matte projection screen to project your image on actually makes a big difference. Because when I was projecting it on my walls, I wasn't getting the sort of quality that I'm getting now. So basically that's one thing. As you've seen, you can even play video games on it quite nicely. So overall I would say it is a very good quality projector. For the price I was paying and all the other options that I saw, this actually was one of the best for that price range. If you do want something very high quality, of course you have to go and basically spend quite a lot of cash on something that's worth 400 or 500 pounds minimum. But for a sub 200 pound projector, I would definitely recommend this one. Thank you for watching.